Hello everyone. Today we are asking the question, did women really ruin video games? Well, we are watching an Asmongold video. Women ruined video games. Do you remember the photo of the developers of, how was it called? Cyberpunk 2077? All women. Well, I only remember seeing women. And the one black guy who was the game director. And how was the game when it came out? Exactly. So, let's watch this.
It's actually so sad how badass video games used to be.
It is.
And I'm just going to say it.
What?
These were games that were made
I'm just
by
gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it, Destiny.
guys for guys.
Are you ready for
That's
Asmongold
right.
to turn his gamer brain up to 11?
This is when gaming used to be good.
Hey,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Video games used to be made for guys, by guys, about guys, and that was it. The
Yeah.
only time there was a girl in a story is because she was wearing a fucking bikini. That's it.
Fundamentally, right. Fundamentally, he's correct. For the ones who don't know, Tomb Raider, you know, Lara Croft, she's only a woman because the developers didn't want to look at a dude all the time while developing the game. That's why Lara Croft became Lara Croft. That's why she is a woman. Because the developers, yeah, no, I don't want to look at this dude's ass all the time. So they made her a hot chick. And it worked perfectly. Now, if you have people, well, then you have Concord. No hot chicks everywhere, anywhere. No hot dudes anywhere.
What?
You have
That's
these video
right.
games that are made to just be slop that's enjoyable to everyone.
Yep.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Not to knock any particular type of game.
What?
Okay.
What?
Not to knock any particular
What?
type of game, because I think all game genres are beautiful. I've played
Ah, shut the fuck up.
games
What?
across a ton of different genres, but my brother in Christ, you grinded mounts on World of Warcraft for like 20 fucking years.
I did that same. And guess what? I regret it. I wish I didn't waste my time and money on that game. Because it turned into utter shit. Why? Look at the developers. Do I need to say more? The developers back then were all gamers. Everyone in the company was a gamer. And then that changed. And then the games became shit. Whoa, what a surprise. I wonder what happened.
This was not our destiny. Times change. We will never be slaves!
Yep. Yep.
But we will be conquerors.
Jesus Christ.
That was so good. I actually enjoyed leveling Warlords of Draenor. With the first maybe 2 characters, and then the intro thing was, oh my god, no, not again, and again, and again, no. It was too much. Yeah. Now we compare to Dragonflight. Man, Dragonflight, I hated that expansion. And the only reason I bought it is because it was in a bundle with the War Within. That's the only reason I got it. And I hated every minute I was on the Dragon Islands. It was so bad. It was trash. Absolute trash. The only good thing about it was the dragon flying. The only good thing.
The world is healing,
Yeah.
but her fate is yet uncertain.
His face, yeah. Absolutely.
Together, we shall be Azeroth's protectors once again. Here, the new age of dragons shall begin.
Before he talks. Now, this could have worked if it wasn't for, you know, World of Warcraft. If that would have been just in game on its own. Oh, you have to save this island from destruction by evil and make the world here. That could have worked. But the game is called World of Warcraft. Why isn't it about Warcraft? Why is it this?
I don't even think I need to say anything. But let's hear the rest of it. That's fine. That's okay.
What the fuck place do you have to talk about real gaming or good games or
Absolutely.
manly games?
100%.
You're flying around on multicolored dragon.
Says the guy that watched his wife getting fucked by other guy. Man.
No, because that one was a store mount. I didn't buy that one. He's thinking of the Fey Dragon from Warlords of Draenor. I don't have that one. I didn't buy that shit.
Grinding the 1 out of 50,000 cuck drop to get the next golden lizard thing that you can hop your ass around Azeroth on.
Oh, but hey, guys, no, I'm not really gaming, like building a factory inside of a factory inside of a factory inside of a third factory after I was building factories. Oh,
Asmon is right again. What does it mean to be a real gamer? Both things are real gamer. Now, if you play on your phone a little bit of Candy Crush, you aren't a gamer. You play a game, but you aren't a gamer. And yes, there's a difference.
no, of course not. No, that's real gaming. Oh, yes.
Give me a fucking break. Holy shit.
No, no, that's not how it works. This has happened to every single video game. Is
Yes.
that women have gotten into video games
Yes.
and
Yes.
they've made them
Yes.
for women, and I
Yes.
don't like this.
Yes.
This makes me fucking
Yes.
mad.
According to the
Yes.
entertainment
The thing making it for women doesn't work is because if you make it for women, for the people that don't play, and we have to be very, very, very specific here. We're talking here making the games for women that don't play games. Because women that do play games, they love that shit too. They love tall, muscly, burly, sweaty men fighting each other to the death. And hot chicks. They love that. How do I know? Because I'm on the internet and women say it. It's that simple. Yeah. Women love attractive people. Just like men. Everyone likes to see attractive people rather than unattractive people. Which is one of my few pet peeves I have with mother loading arc raiders. That the character, you can't have really attractive characters. You can have okay looking characters and you can have ugly looking characters, but ugly. Or at least not conventionally attractive. That's one of my pet peeves. And that you have only 2 body types. And they are very, very, very similar. Even though there are, a dude and a chick. But they are kind of similar. Similar enough that sometimes you can't tell because of the cosmetics.
Software.
This
Yes.
is I'm sorry. Oh, it's such a perfect thing. Okay, listen.
Go ahead.
Don't. There's this concept called the male gaze, but don't waste your
Of course it's the male gaze. I love hoes. I love
I don't. I love hot chicks. Actually, fun fact. I'm not into the, the Japanese moe culture. Absolutely not. The Japanese woman that I find most attractive, they basically don't exist anymore. The Japanese women and girls from that you see in old movies and shows from the 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s. That's the kind of a Japanese woman I am into. So awesome. And that goes in general with Asian women. For example, to me, all the Asian women, they all look the same because all the Asian women in media, because they've all have shit done, had surgery. They all look the same. If you stand them all side by side, I couldn't tell the difference. And that sucks. I'd rather have someone with imperfections that is, a nice person than a puppet that's whatever.
sluts. I love looking at sluts. I want them dressed like that in video games, and I'm not
Yes.
sorry. And you do.
And here's the interesting thing. Have you heard what he said? In video games. I think that's very interesting. By the way, same. Because if a girl is, or a woman is dressed like a slut, out there, she actually is a slut. And you should stay away from her unless you just want to plow her. Then you don't need to care about anything.
Too. We all saw those documents. You like them more than I do. You're trying to farm them right now saying this. I know what you're doing. It's not going to happen.
time with it because when you see it, it's everywhere. Okay, this concept that everything in the world, especially
What's wrong with? Yeah, I want the chicks to be hot. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a guy. I want hot chicks.
And so the woman. Everyone wants that. Everyone. The only people that say they don't, and also some people actually don't want, they hate women. And yes, I'm aware that a lot of women say that. Yes, because they hate women. They do hate women. That's why the Formula One got rid of the girls in on the track that for the cars. I don't know what they did there. I don't know. Because that's dehumanizing for women. Yeah, the woman wanted to be there because they wanted to have a chance to get to know those rich guys. That fundamentally is. Hot women go where men with money are, so they can get one of those men. And the ugly woman can't do that, so they are jealous, and then they say, "Oh, that is sexist. That is objectifying." That's all that is there to it. That's all. It's just jealousy.
as a white guy, everything is made for you. And
Yeah, of course I want it to be made for me. Why wouldn't I want something to be made for me? Fuck. Like, yeah, I'm a white guy. I want things made for me. Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Black dudes want the same. Black dudes want hot chicks. Asian dudes want hot chicks. Latino dudes want hot chicks. Arabic dudes want hot chicks. Every dude wants hot chicks. I just wanted to ask if Destiny is really that retarded, but We already know that. So he's just pulling shit out of his ass, literally. But his ass in this case is his mouth. What is this? Everyone wants hot chicks. I can tell you, the same goes for dudes. I don't want to play an ugly fat dude. Neither would he want to play him. No, unless it's tied to, you know, how he's moving in game, and that's the difficulty of the game. Now that, by the way, that would be interesting. Game developers make the body weight of the main character the difficulty. Yeah, see, I just came up with a system for a game. It wasn't even hard. It's easy going. Why is it so easy for me? Because I play games for almost 40 years, and I'm smart enough to have you know, thoughts and ideas.
No doubt. Who do you think plays video games? What was the most popular character made in Baldur's Gate 3? Oh, that's right. Human, male, European, warrior class, longsword weapon. Now it's time to game. Okay? Oh, wait a minute. Is that Destiny's character? Wow. How about that?
By the way, my character in Arquedas is a chick. I made her as attractive as possible, without being Asian. And even fun fact: I think is there only one Asian? There's only one Asian chick, and she's yellow. What about the white and the brown Asians? What about them? Not very diverse.
To be for you. If a woman looks a certain way, you criticize her because she's not appeasing to your cock. If a woman is doing
Absolutely.
It depends. When it comes to video games, sure. In real life, never. Unless it's something that, you know, if she has a bunch of tattoos and piercings, sure. If she dresses horribly, sure. But, you know, if she's just unattractive because, you know, of her genetics, then no. Why would I? That's disgusting. I wouldn't do that. Now, woman would do that without even questioning anything. Yeah, they would just do that because that's what they always do. When was the last time you met a woman that's not talking trash about everyone she knows?
Exactly.
doing a certain thing, it's not okay because it's not appealing to you. Like
Yeah.
for a white man, especially, this is like
Yes.
enough of a criticism. That's it.
Absolutely it is. I want things that appeal to me.
So does everyone. Everyone wants that. And he doesn't get it because he's stupid.
I'm not sorry. I do. I want things to appeal to me. What's wrong with that?
Right? Women, like the fact that women are in video games now, they're making video games for women.
Yeah, and I know. And they're going out of business because they don't buy them. That's the whole point. They got to make video games for me again because I buy them.
The thing is, they don't even make video games for women. They make video games for women that don't play video games. Or for such a small fraction of women that play video games that are playing those games, those specific games that we are talking about here, that they still don't make any money back. If you have 1,000 women worldwide that play your game that had cost $50 billion to make, you don't make your money back.
That's the whole point. That's my whole point. Exactly.
what does everything in the world have to be made just for you? Like,
No.
Ideally, yes. But I'll settle for the things that I like being made for me, continuing to be made for me.
Yes, absolutely. And for the ones who don't get it, we aren't talking about well, actually we are talking about here, target audience. You have different target audience depending on what you want to produce and stuff like that. And it's completely fine if a product doesn't appeal to you but to other people. And then it makes actual money. Like if you produce a TV show for Germany, it will be different than if you would produce a TV show for Brazil. Two different markets, and they don't necessarily have much overlaps. For example, you use a different language. So you can have different products that appeal to different people. If a product doesn't appeal to you, then you just, you just don't care. Doesn't mean it's bad, but it's not for you. Now, those people, they use this, it's just not for you, as an argument for defending a bad product. That's just objectively bad. Like Concord. Or Overwatch 3, aka High Guard, which I will play on stream when it comes out. I will do a 5, 6, 7 hour stream and then I will never play the game again. I just go in, see how it is, make a YouTube video, and then I'm gone. But for example, Arc Raiders, I'm playing Arc Raiders for my terms all the time. All the time. Even on stream, all the time. Because I like the game so much. It completely appeals to me. Now, not when it comes to, the attractiveness of the characters. While we are at it. Is this a female body type? He uses a female body type, and that's pretty... Is that a woman's face? Why am I not surprised? I forgot what I wanted to say, so let's get back to the video.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna go into Sephora and say, hey guys, where's the chainsaws?
Yeah.
Y'all got all this eyelashes and this gay shit. Where's the swords?
He's right.
I'm trying to buy a hammer.
they can probably make games you just don't give a fuck about, right? You know that's okay, right? Oh my god.
Yeah, they did make a game I didn't give a fuck about. It was called World of Warcraft. The problem is that they used to make a game I gave a fuck about it. It was called World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
You want to make your own shitty little bullshit game, that's fine. But don't go and, again, you want to get woke on me, that's fine. Let's get woke. Don't go and appropriate my culture. Don't appropriate video game culture and add your own shit into it. Make your own culture, make your own games.
Yeah.
And Duriel's CEO saying the same thing. He watched the stream. Wait, what?
Making money is fine. Like I'm a believer in the free market generally. I'm a believer in capitalism strongly. But then the problem is you have this combination of capitalism-driven capture efforts combined with people who don't care about making money nearly so much as pushing their particular social ideas. Like,
100%. You see that all the time.
The chuds are breaking containment. Bro, we're loose. We're loose now.
Shots for life.
You've probably seen this in Hollywood. You certainly see it in the games industry, where you have
Yes.
people who are joining the industry not because they want to make great games.
Yes.
Not even because they want to make money.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I'd say like making great games is the best reason. Making
Right.
money is an acceptable
Second best reason.
It's because they want
The worst reason.
bring about greater equity and representation
Yes, man.
of people that look like them.
And also happens on TV. I've seen shorts on YouTube of TV shows, I guess, and I recognize something. A lot of times when there's bad guys and good guys having an argument or a situation, the bad guys are always white people now. Why is that? In the past, you didn't have that. That only, one kind of person is represented as, the bad guys. And when you now come with the argument, oh, but back in the day, the Afro Americans were always the criminals, and also they were also the cops, in parts, and lawyers, and just regular people. Who could have guessed that black people can be regular people? Just like white people, and Asians, and Arabs, and Latinos. Who could have guessed that? But now, there's a push that, push, I mean, everyone knows, white people bad. No one ever said that about, no great media, blah, blah, said, black people are bad. Now, you had propaganda things that said that, yes, from governments, sure. But they were little racist against everyone that wasn't them. So it's not even about, black people. No, it's, you aren't the same shade of white, black, yellow, brown we are. We hate you. I mean, in Europe, white people killed white people because they weren't the right shade of white. And in Africa, black people killed black people because they are the wrong type of black people. And Asians killed Asians because they were the wrong kind of Asians. And in Latin America, they killed each other because they were the wrong kind of people. That happened everywhere. It's nothing special because white people and black people and all that. No, it doesn't matter. It has always been there. And now you have just white people as this big conglomerate as white people, and you have black people as all black people are the same. Which, by the way, is highly racist and offensive to black people, because they don't see it that way. Absolutely not. I can tell you, my black friends, they hate Afro Americans with a passion. They hate them. But in general, they also just generally hate stupid black people. Just like I do hate stupid people in general. But they also generally hate stupid people. Because stupid people are stupid and they're just a pain in the ass. And now I forgot where I came from with that rant to begin with.
And that's fine to have as
my
a thing in the back
God.
of your mind, but there's people who are joining where that is what they want to do.
That's exactly
and anyone who's
it.
against it, they're going to berate them. Anyone in the company who says,
Yep.
I actually think we should make games for our customers, not the people you wish were our customers. Let's make games for the guys who buy our games,
Yes.
not the moms
Yes.
who wish were buying our games. And people like that are being ejected out of companies.
They are. And nobody wants to do it because of toxic positivity.
Yeah.
Who wants to be the guy that is the person who's the inhibitor that says, maybe we shouldn't make this character non-binary. We already have 3 non-binary characters. You're going to find yourself in HR tomorrow for a microtransaction and out on your ass next.
He meant microaggression. And yes, sadly, I know that word. And the perfect example for this, by the way, is Concord. No one told them that, there's a problem with the design of these characters. Because, let's look at the characters. They were awful. Horrible. So ugly.
Next week for being racist.
It's very politically incorrect.
That's right.
There's a question.
Well, that's the
That's
Bud
right.
Light dilemma,
It's
right?
exactly.
It's not
Well,
a dilemma, bro.
tried to
Yeah.
make Bud Light for people who don't want Bud Light.
It's this
and make
myth-
fun of the Bud Light people.
It's the mythical
Yes.
audience. It's like it's a
Yes.
mythical
Yes.
mainstream audience. They say they. and,
Yes.
it's even worse in gaming because they'll say things like, "Oh, 50% of gamers are."
50 are women, but they're all playing Candy Crush and these other bullshit games that aren't real. They're
Exactly.
not real gamers. They're not playing Elden Ring. Yeah, there's like 6 girls that play Elden Ring, but there's not 10.
He's right. He's absolutely right. Just like I don't play Barbie games. They aren't made for me. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Are stay-at-home moms.
Exactly.
And you're like, what? That obviously isn't true.
It's not true.
And what
Of
it is
course.
it's something like there's a lot of stay-at-home moms who've played Candy Crush a few times.
Yeah. 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 Oh.
Oh my god.
And like there's a lot of them. And they're like, therefore we need to build to that market. Okay,
Oh my god.
like I don't want to get into a fight over like what a gamer is, but what do you think sounds like
I do.
Yeah.
And yeah, what do you think? Yeah, think about this. Just
Yeah.
think for a second.
a better business plan? To go after the young men primarily
That's
who
right.
Yeah.
buy
That's
a
right.
dozen $50 games a year,
Yes.
or the mom who once spent $5 on Candy Crush. Like,
Yeah.
It's a joke. He's laughing at it because it's so fucking stupid. Joe Rogan does it. Joe Rogan apparently had to quit playing video games because he got so fucking
Yeah.
addicted. So, but even he knows.
Joe Rogan knows.
He knows this shit.
and there's kind
And the thing is, what did I want to say? I completely forgot. Something money.
and
Yeah.
if you say that, if you put it the way I just put it, they're like, that's so sexist of you. Why don't you want to bring in new audiences? I saw this when
Yeah.
I was in,
Yeah.
I saw this when I was in Silicon Valley. What I called
Yep.
it was, I said there's too many people who drink Starbucks and not enough who drink Mountain Dew. And you know,
Oh my god. This is our guy, man. This is our fucking guy. Wow.
I, as a European, not 100% get it, but I think I get it.
Holy shit.
know exactly what I mean when I say that. Like
Yeah.
it's
Exactly,
it's
yes.
just
Yes.
it's been a really bizarre thing to watch in all of these different industries.
Yeah, it's a mind virus. It's captured
Absolutely it is.
universities and then
100%.
it bled out into corporations.
One of my favorite questions
It's Bolshevism. Literally, it's Bolshevism.
to ask people is starting a company is hard. You can't you'll fail most of the time even when you don't constrain yourself to trying to
Yeah.
change the social system. Like, look, if you could make it where there's all those moms all get into games and it was free, like that'd be great.
Here's the best thing about it is that the games that moms get into are like World of Warcraft. There are more soccer moms playing World of Warcraft than probably there are, like playing a lot of these other girl games.
To be fair, he's right. I think so too. You have more moms that play World of Warcraft and other MMOs than, girls and women that play Barbie games. Most likely, yeah. I can see that, yeah.
They're probably playing the new Call of Duty. Even there's that. Yeah, this is the thing on plain sight. Yeah, they won't admit. Everybody knows this.
But it's not. It's a trade-off, right? You have to take resources you would have put on your
Yeah.
customer, your real
Exactly.
customer,
Yeah.
and put it towards them.
There's
One
an
question I
opportunity
ask
cost.
people is just ideologically
Opportunity
is, okay,
cost.
imagine your job is to build a corporate building for a company, and the company, exactly who they are. You know how many men there are. You know how many women there are. We don't have to say how many there are. Like, we're not. Don't make it about one gender.
Are you going to make it 50-50 instead of make it based off of the amount that there actually are?
Yeah.
That's what he's going to say.
Versus another. It's just there are lots of men, there's lots of women. I won't pick a number. When you're designing this building, should you have the number of bathrooms that would best serve the actual gender makeup of the company that would allow them to use the bathroom and get back to their desk without waiting in line? Or would you do anything else? Like, would you pursue a different strategy? And if it's different, it's like, what would your strategy be? And many people say, well, I would build it, perfect 50-50. And if they say, well, I'm doing that because it's, the easiest way to do it, I'm like, okay, that's fine. But if they say, well,
Man. How about that?
I would,
Funny thing, in Germany, if you go back in the day, if you're going to a car shop, there was one restroom for all the genders, because it was just you open the door, there's the toilet, and there's a sink. That's it. So there was no men and women separate. No, just that thing. Yeah. And I can guarantee you that was the same basically everywhere. And then you had to, accommodate more customers because population growth over time. And then you had to split, the people into the genders, the two that exists.
I would
How
hope
about
that
that?
I would I want to create an environment
Wow.
where it should eventually be 50% men and 50% women. I say, okay, so wait, you have a company, 90% men, 10% women. You think the men should have to wait in line 5 times as long at the bathroom
Because of your
someday
ideology.
that might make more women want to work at this company? And it's one of those really interesting dividing questions where it's basically,
It makes no sense. It makes no sense to anyone that's somewhat intelligent.
Do you want to solve the problem that allows you? Do you want to solve the problem, or do you want to feel good about not solving the problem? That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. 100% is Paul Milwaukee. Yeah, I know who this is. Yeah, this is the CEO of Andurial. He's the one, by the way, whose company, Mod Retro, got taken out of the Indie Game Awards because he was like a totally, basically, okay, so they were selling a Game Boy. But I mean, it's not a Game Boy, but it's basically a Game Boy. It's a portable video game system. Can't say Game Boy. And they're selling this portable video game system, and the proceeds for that portable video game system went to veterans. I don't know if it was homeless veterans with some mental thing, but it was a veterans charity. And the money went to that, and it had the Andurial branding because Andurial is a defense company, and there's veterans, and so you can see how these things fit together. Well, for that reason, the Indie Game Awards took his product off the market. And I think it was Indie Game Awards. There was some other place that was like doing a what was the website that was doing this too? I don't know what it is. So since Andurial gone public yet, I have no idea if they have or not. But my point is that psychos, absolute psychos. So they're so retarded that in their virtue signaling of how much they care about people, they've ended up now rescinding support for something that was directly funding and helping veterans. That's it. And so these are Gamergate didn't go far enough.
Is anyone surprised? I'm not. I know how these people are. They're all fake. Oh. So you can see shit. They're all fake. It's all bullshit.
Well, that's why I'm here. Yeah, I know. That's my best. The 2 fat retards, I remember them. Here's the problem, though, is that I don't know how many, but I know that it was at least, in fact, 3 fat retards. It wasn't just them. There were more. I know.
this to succeed, or are you trying to achieve totally parallel social aims at the expense of the business? And companies are hiring a lot of people who think about it that way. They don't see their role.
They are hiring activists rather than workers. They are hiring believers rather than creators.
And that's why they fail. And that's why Elon Musk could fire, how much was it? 80% of the staff in Twitter, and it just worked fine.
Come in and make the company better, or to make a better product for their customer. They see it as to come in and affect that change, even if it tanks the company in the process. Have you
That's
seen,
right. Because that's why they're fucking parasites.
Yeah.
Because they don't care about the host. All they want to do is extract as many virtue points and as many social points out of it as possible, and then they leave it to fucking die, like they've done with so many video game franchises over the years. They are a cancer, a parasite, and they need to be rooted the fuck out.
Yeah.
That happen.
How did that happen? The reason, here's the reason why I think it happened. It's because the people that work at these companies are a bunch of skinny, little nerdy losers like me that have no chance of ever getting a girlfriend. And so the only way that they can make any woman pay attention to them, their mating strategy is subservience. It's subservience, obedience, and blind obedience to anything they say. I'm gonna do what you tell me to do. I don't need to think. You're gonna think for me. You're gonna tell me what to do. So it is a simp mentality. It is a simp mentality that all of these guys have allowed these toxic parasitic people to come into their communities and come into their culture and change it, and none of them want to speak up against it because they're little fucking simps.
He is right. Now, you might say, oh, how can you say it? How can you say that he's right? Because I was one of those sims. I was one of those, yes ma'am, I will do that because you said so. I was one of those guys. I was pathetic, I was disgusting, I was creepy. And then I changed. I'm not that anymore. I might still be a little bit creepy at times, but you know, can't help that. Have to make jokes. But yeah, I know that he is right because I was one of them. I was a yes ma'am. And it really was not good for me. Really not. That's why I'm here now.
That's the reason why. It is the simp economy.
I don't know.
I'm not saying iDubbbz. A lot of people in chat are saying iDubbbz. I'm not saying that. That's what other people are saying.
That's common.
I think that probably I mean, there's a lot of theories. I can give you mine. It was the zero interest rate phenomenon theory.
Zero interest rate. Yeah, you're going to talk about venture capitalism or something like that. I want to talk about zero interest rate on dating websites. I want to talk about zero interest rate with these guys in terms of the probability of them having a girl that likes them. That's the zero interest rate I want to talk about because that's the driving fucking factor.
Familiar with this?
No.
The zero interest rate phenomenon, ZERP, they call it. Or some people call it the zero interest rate period. So ZERP was this period of time that we've really seen over the last 15 years up until very recently.
A lot of investment.
Where money was basically free to borrow.
It was crazy. So fucking ridiculous. Yes.
That's so dumb. It's so dumb. Because that leads to massive inflation, which we see. I mean, there's a reason everything got more and more expensive.
That's where you've seen
Absolutely.
so much economic growth.
Yes.
You've seen a lot of it artificially propped up.
There actually is no actual economic growth. It's just inflation.
This is a
tech and
separate
media
issue, but
industry.
yes, he's right.
I think a lot of like these streaming plays have been propped up by ZERP.
Absolutely, 100%.
When interest rates are extremely low
They're
and money
all
is
losing money.
very cheap to borrow, people will spend tons
Yes.
and tons
Yeah.
and tons of
Exactly.
money. The economy appears to be doing very well. You have the growth that looks good on the stock market, and so companies don't need to ever tighten their belts.
This is something that, like, I'm so glad he's saying this. Like, I don't want to watch the whole thing, right? But, like, I might watch more parts of this. I'm so glad he's saying this. The GDP is fake. The GDP is like, oh, wow, the number's high. Okay, can you afford your car payment? No, you can't? Oh, okay, well, then it's maybe not so good, huh?
Yeah.
How about that? So people, like, this is what they do. They use these artificial indicators to confuse the average American into thinking that their life is improving. It's not. It's getting worse. Your life is getting worse. The majority, over 90% of the wealth gains after COVID were by the top 1% of the population.
Yeah.
Oh, but the graph. Fuck the graph.
Yeah.
What about your life? And again, think about how many midwit, below average, barely average intelligence people that don't really understand statistics, numbers, and any sort of data collection method
They don't really, they're not think, these are people that think in terms of abstractions, but they can't think about real life.
Yeah.
It fools them. And the reason why it fools them is because it appeals to their ego, the ego that they're not a retard. But unfortunately, in believing it, they reveal that they are.
And higher
True.
and higher and higher. They can become grossly inefficient. They
That's
can
right.
pursue things that don't make money.
Absolutely.
And they're still doing okay. And so a lot
Yep.
of these companies, their employees were kind of out
It's
of
like
control.
having, like, it's like a Ret Paladin in Classic WoW raid. Where, like, if you have a Ret Paladin in a Classic WoW raid, it means you have a really great raid. It's like the reason why these, like, rich women have these, like, fancy dogs. It's like you have this useless fucking $6,000 dog that does nothing, that has to be taken care of every day. It's like it's a status symbol that look how much money and how much disposable income we have. We can take care of this useless piece of shit. Now, whether this useless piece of shit is called Phil the Poodle or Esfander McConnell the Ret Paladin, it doesn't really matter, right? Or hey, Lilith in HR.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
Yeah. It is.
You had people coming out of college who believed their job was to change the world by
Yep.
using the money of these corporations.
That's right.
And the corporations didn't push back on it because they would be accused of being bigots and committing hate crimes. And they said, you know what? The stock is going up. Everything's going well.
They companies don't care.
And now that has changed. They're firing a lot of people. Although they don't really go back on DEI, they just don't call it that anymore.
We can just keep doing that.
Absolutely.
My theory is actually that interest rates going up have been very good for solving this problem. You've seen a lot
That's right. Natural selection.
of layoffs in the tech industry. You've seen a lot of layoffs in the media industry. I think that a lot of those are driven by interest rates rising, money's
That's
not
right.
free, and now companies have to actually make what people want.
You have to imagine.
Imagine
Guys,
that,
it's so terrible. We have to make money now. Well, what do you mean we have to make money? That means we have to make products for our customers.
Oh.
But we hate our customers. This is terrible.
And by the way, he's true. They hate their customers. They do. Which is a huge problem.
And then they go and blame AI.
Yeah.
As if AI isn't also detecting cancer.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe that I live in this age. You know? I simultaneously love it and also wish that I lived as like a farmer in like the Middle Ages and I like just died from a toothache at like age, I mean for me, age like 19. You know, things would have been way
Probably
better.
before that.
Yeah, this would have been way better.
Yeah.
Did you see, you probably didn't, but did you happen to see the first quarterly earnings call by the new CEO of Warner Brothers who came in a year or two?
I haven't seen it.
He came in a year or two ago, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
He had this speech that was exactly what fans wanted to hear and what investors wanted to hear, but his employees were furious.
Of course. Of course.
He came on and said,
By the way, the easiest group to replace.
Yeah.
in my tenure, I'm going to pursue something that's a bit novel for Warner Brothers. Instead of making movies that people don't want to see, I'm going to make movies that people do want to see.
Good.
Instead of making movies that don't make money, instead, we will make movies that do make money. And to do that, we are going to make products that people want, like Batman and Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter.
Oh my God.
And that is going to be the core of
But
our
Aragorn's
market
gonna be
success.
gay, right?
And,
Oh my
like,
God.
That's what fans want.
He's
Like,
gonna
oh my
be
God, this is great.
non-binary.
They're going to stop making these kind of social justice pieces and make
Yes.
us the things that we actually want. The
Exactly.
investors love it because he says they're going to make money. But the people who are angry were all of the college students who joined
That's right.
thinking that they were going to
That's
use
right.
billions of dollars
Exactly.
from Warner Brothers to make their pet
Parasites, absolute parasites.
Yes.
art film projects about
And those people all have to get fired. All of them.
various oppressed
Yes.
groups. And I think that that is happening across the industry, and I think that's a good thing. It's a good adjustment.
It absolutely is. And that's the reason AI is going to put all of them back at Starbucks. It's going to put all of them back on DoorDash. It's going to send all of them back to McDonald's. Welcome home.
That makes sense.
Oh my god.
So speaking of making things. show me
Oh,
the
yeah.
helmet. Bust out the helmet, son.
All right.
This
So
is the new one? Yeah, bro. Like, they going hard as fuck with this shit. Like, I can't watch the whole thing, but, like, Endurial's making some crazy-ass shit. I'm gonna link y'all the video, right? I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I love Palmer Luckey. I think he's a great guy. And, yeah, that's about it, right? I think he's great. So, it's the same guy. Offered 100K to disassemble a shock collar. 200% watch the stream. Perfect all crafts gifts. He always follows you. Wait, he was the one that did that? Oh, my God. Well, maybe we'll see what happens.
Great video. Great video. And he, like always, he was right. Absolutely right. Like, all the time. Who could have guessed that the guy with 4.26 million subscribers says things that are correct? Who could have guessed? And with that, we are at the end of the video. If you like this, follow, subscribe, like, comment. And see you next time. Bye bye.